Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with just Mark for now. We're going to bring in Sarah and Pam a little bit later for Tasting Tales. But first, we're going to cover some news, do a little FPBs and OTDs. And remember, you can feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com. Today's show is brought to you by United Piping, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. And by Roopers Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 5 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at roopersbeverage.com, and remember, the party starts at Roopers. Let's take a look at some headlines for Friday, May 23rd. The Sun Journal reports that the Auburn City Council approved a credit enhancement agreement for LB Development Partners and the Maine Prisoner Advocacy Coalition to turn the Charles Jordan House at 63 Academy Street into a residential program for individuals returning from incarceration. It will include 12 residential units with a shared kitchen and living spaces and supervised programming and services for residents. Shaw's Supermarkets has voluntarily recalled the Greek salads made by Fresh Creative Foods due to cucumbers that are tied to an active salmonella outbreak. Customers should dispose of the item or return it to their local Shaw's for a full refund. The contamination has caused 26 illnesses and 9 hospitalizations across 15 states. Thus far, no cases in Maine are tied to the outbreak. State Senator Jim Libby announced his candidacy for Maine governor. Libby has served 4 terms in the Maine Senate and 2 terms in the House of Representatives. He previously ran for governor in 2002 and is one of 9 candidates so far who have entered the race. And the City of Auburn is asking residents to complete its 2026 Comprehensive Plan Survey. The survey encourages residents to share their vision for Auburn and create a brighter future for the city. You can learn more about the Comprehensive Plan process and take the survey at auburnmaine.gov. Time for the weather!
Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. Clouds may come or skies turn blue. Weather's fun with me and you. The sun is bright and storms may brew. Every day's a brand new view. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love.
Rain pretty much all day today with a high of 48 and a low of 41. Cloudy with a chance of showers tomorrow with a high of 54 and a low of 43. And cloudy on Sunday with highs in the 50s. Happy spring. In sports, the Red Sox and Orioles were rained out yesterday. They'll try to squeeze in a doubleheader today with first pitches scheduled for 1:30 and 7 p.m. That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now, it's time for the podcast segment that is
Sweetie!
Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for May 23rd. We're going to start off with singer-songwriter extraordinaire Jewel, who is 51 years old today. Jewel has been nominated for 4 Grammy Awards and has sold over 30 million albums worldwide. She released her debut album, Pieces of You, in 1995, and it became one of the best-selling debut albums of all time, going platinum 12 times over. Actor, comedian, and game show host Drew Carey is 67 years old today. After serving in the U.S. Marine Corps and making a name for himself in stand-up, Carey gained stardom in his own sitcom, The Drew Carey Show, and as host of the U.S. version of the improv comedy, Whose Line Is It Anyway? And he's been hosting The Price is Right since 2007. He's also worked as a photographer at the U.S. men's national team soccer games. He's a minority owner of the Major League Soccer team, the Seattle Sounders, and he briefly participated in professional wrestling, entering the 2001 Royal Rumble, which earned him an induction into the WWE Hall of Fame 10 years later. Author Mitch Albom is 67 years old today. He's sold over 40 million books worldwide, having achieved national recognition for sports writing in his early career. He then turned to writing inspirational stories and themes, including Tuesdays with Morrie. And legendary film and television actor Joan Collins is 93 years old today. You remember her as Alexis on Dynasty. She's also the recipient of several accolades, including a Golden Globe Award, a People's Choice Award, 2 Soap Opera Digest Awards, and a Primetime Emmy nomination. In 1983, Collins was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and she's been recognized for her philanthropy, particularly her advocacy towards causes relating to children. She was also made a dame by Queen Elizabeth II for her charitable services. Those are your FPBs. Now let's take a look at some OTDs. On this day, 18 years ago in 2007, Jordan Sparks won the 6th season of American Idol. 31 years ago on this day in 1994, Star Trek The Next Generation aired its final episode. The cast went on to do 4 movies before the franchise was rebooted. They included Star Trek Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, and Nemesis. 41 years ago on this day in 1984, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom was released. The film, which was rated PG, featured child slavery, a sacrifice victim being burned alive, and the forcible extraction of a still-beating human heart. Because of this, the film was the catalyst behind the creation of the PG-13 rating, which aimed to provide a more nuanced guide for parents about a film's content. Good move, Hollywood. 45 years ago on this day in 1980, The Shining premiered in Los Angeles and New York. Couple of interesting tidbits about this film. After Jack loses his mind completely, he confronts Wendy, and she hits him with a baseball bat. The scene went into the Guinness Book of World Records as the scene that was shot over the most takes. There were 127 in total. Stephen King, as you know, authored the original novel, and he wanted an everyman actor for the role. He suggested Jon Voight and Christopher Reeve, but director Stanley Kubrick considered Robert De Niro, Robin Williams, and Harrison Ford. He dismissed De Niro after watching Taxi Driver because he didn't think De Niro was psychotic enough. And then he dismissed Robin Williams after watching Mork and Mindy because he thought Williams was too psychotic. 46 years ago on this day in 1979, Kiss released their Dynasty album featuring the hit I Was Made for Lovin' You. 91 years ago on this day in 1934, bank robbers Bonnie and Clyde were shot to death by Texas and Louisiana state troopers. Clyde Barrow was shot 27 times and Bonnie Parker 50. They had killed 13 people during their 27-month bank robbing spree. And finally, 240 years ago on this day in the year 1785, Benjamin Franklin wrote a letter describing his newest invention, bifocals. Ben said it would now be unnecessary for people to carry 2 pairs of spectacles. Thank you, Ben. Much appreciated. Those are your FPBs and OTDs for May the 23rd. Now let's bring Sarah and Pam back into the studio for Tasting Tales.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com. We're going to do a little fun thing, and through the magic of editing, I am joining possibly Mark and Pam.
It's me and the new girl.
And the new girl. We are going to be hitting up our tasting tales.
Who made that decision to hire me on?
I don't know.
I think Lydia.
Oh.
Weren't you Lydia's first hire?
He's the boss. Yeah, that's true.
See?
Lydia tells me everything to do.
No.
Just like, do this.
Open the door.
Rub my belly.
That's her job.
So this morning for Tasting Tales, thanks to our sponsors, Roopers Beverage and Redemption, we will be tasting a Sun Cruiser Lemonade Vodka mix, right?
With a weird...
Pull top, whatever.
It's got it. I think the top is
resealable.
Yeah, the top is designed so that you can do the thing.
Because it's just under 24 ounces, and who drinks that in one sitting?
Yeah.
Hello.
This is their classic lemonade.
I think this is new. They've had like iced tea lemonade mixes and iced tea and flavored iced teas, but I believe the lemonade is strictly lemonade vodka is new to Sun Cruiser or Roopers.
No bubbles.
No bubbles.
100 calories, 4.5% alcohol, and it's gluten-free, so Sherry can have some
Yeah.
if she like it.
You know what we're doing now that we have an empty nest?
Walking around without paints?
No.
What?
Cocktail hour.
Oh.
We've had cocktail hour for the past 3 nights.
I love it.
Pretty awesome.
I love that. I see now that's almost as good as going around without paints. But
Almost.
why don't you do cocktail hour sans paints?
I don't know what your obsession is with not wearing pants.
It's the best part of having an empty nest.
Okay.
You don't have to wear the pants
All right.
ever in the house
All right.
if you don't want to.
There's quite a difference in seeing a woman walk around in a t-shirt and no pants.
Yeah.
Than a man.
Yes.
It's quite quite disturbing.
You might need to pull a different draw then. Perhaps you go around with pants and no shirt. I don't know.
There you go.
Whatever
Okay.
the male equivalent is of feeling comfortable in your own home.
Do you know what I feel comfortable in my own home in?
No.
Sweatpants and a sweatshirt.
I mean, that's the best.
Yeah, I am, unless it's, 90 degrees and humid.
Pam's going with extra pants.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
If Sherry has no plans after work, it's like takes her uniform off and it's sweatpants, for the
Sweatpants.
rest of the night.
sweatpants.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? You're home for the night.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you get dressed?
In the cold weather, I understand that.
It's not the pants for me, it's the bra.
Oh,
Sing it, sister.
Mark gets
Set them
it.
free.
Mark gets it.
Yeah. Drives
Yeah.
me nuts.
Oh boy, you want me to crack this bitch?
Yeah, would you crack that bitch open? I gotta go do a thing later.
All
Good
right.
grief.
There's not going to be any fun noises with this because there's no bubbles.
I don't know. That sounds pretty good.
That works.
Yeah.
I'll give a Mark pour.
I don't think we should waste any.
No, agreed.
why
Oh, it looks beautiful. It looks like lemonade.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Lemonade, it just has awesome water added to it.
Awesome water.
It smells pretty good, too.
Thank you.
You're
There's a million flavors of this, so I'm excited about that. The lemonade looks good. There's a pink lemonade, a strawberry lemonade, and almost like an Arnold Palmer lemonade iced
Ooh,
tea.
yeah. I've had the
Cheers.
Arnold Palmer one.
Cheers.
That's pretty tasty. Cheers.
Do this.
Happy Friday.
Oh my.
Oh, boy.
That just tastes like lemonade. That's problematic.
And it's not super sweet.
Nope, 100
No, that's
calories.
what I love about it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my concern.
I thought it was going to taste like liquid candy.
Yep.
Nope.
They nailed it.
Nailed it.
Oh boy.
Great job,
job.
Sun Cruiser.
Yeah, Sun Cruiser. Well done. This is a 24-ounce resealable can. This is also available in 12-ounce slim can sizes, also available in variety packs.
Head on over to Roopers for this holiday weekend and grab your Sun Cruiser and pretend it's summer.
Yep, on my way out of town tomorrow, on my way up to, we're headed up to camp. On my way up to camp for Victor and Rachel's wedding, by the way.
Ooh,
I'm so excited about.
congrats.
I'm
Victor and Rachel.
Victor and Rach getting married up there in Corinna. But
Who's Victor and Rachel?
You know Vic.
Oh, Dume?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't invite me?
Sorry. Anyways,
Mark's
headed,
going to lose sleep over that.
headed up to camp, gonna stop at Roopers.
I don't even know who he is.
on the way up. I know, you had to ask. If you have to ask who's getting married, you're not invited.
That's why you got invited? Because you didn't ask.
Oh, yeah, of course. Victor and Rachel. Yes, I'll be there. No, I love them. I met Victor taking a stand-up comedy class, and he was in the group with me, and he's an excellent writer, but he's not a comic. He doesn't want to be a comic. He's just,
So what does he write?
he writes whatever. I mean, he was a good writer for comedy, but I guess he must just be doing his own thing. But he's really funny. He's got a great joke about how there's somebody in a biker gang who does all the stitching for their jackets and their vests and stuff, and his name's Leroy.
Leroy Brown?
He don't ride though. He's got the
Is he
vertigo.
bad?
Bad man.
What is you guys' process for writing jokes?
Oh, no.
Do you want to go first?
Sure, I don't have one. They tend to come to me in bunches, and it's usually while I'm driving.
Right. So what do you do?
Yeah,
Do
I try
voice
to remember.
text?
So I keep repeating it to myself until I'm able to stop. I don't know how to use my phone that way. I can't tell Siri to record something for me. I don't want to start using it that way. I don't even like.
Would you like a suggestion, though?
Sure.
You can tell your car to text somebody, right?
I've never done that either.
Well, you can. You don't even need to. You don't even need to do anything.
What do I go like?
say-
Car, text,
You say
Sarah.
You say, "Hey Siri, text Mark Turcott."
Okay.
And she will text you.
All right.
And then you can do a talk to text, and you can send yourself the text message that tells you.
So you send yourself a text?
I send myself texts when I'm driving all the time because that happens to me as well.
I've
But
never sent myself a text.
you can absolutely do it.
Did not know
Yep.
you could do that.
And then my ideas come to me in the shower.
Well, then what do you do? You
I can't do anything. I have to try to remember.
You need those shower crayons.
I know.
You always convince yourself that it's so good, there's no way you'll forget it. And then you
Always forget.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like,
that's
this,
so
I
true.
can't believe I thought of this. I'll never forget this joke. It's amazing. I'll just write it down when I get home, and I never do. I used to force myself to sit down and write when I was new, and I don't do that anymore. I tend to write on stage a lot now. Like if I have a funny premise, I'll just bring it to the stage and see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll throw if I get a 30-minute set, I'll throw it in the middle and
If
see
it
what
goes
happens.
somewhere,
spaghetti.
cool. If not,
Yeah.
Yeah, see if it
moving
sticks.
on.
Yeah.
Last night I did a comedy open mic, and I don't know how it came up, but I was one of the first babies in the United States to ever have an ultrasound. When my mother was pregnant, because we lived on an Air Force base, and we're scientific guinea pigs at that point, But it came up, and I was like, that's a really funny premise because I'm so tall, and I was one of the first people to ever have an ultrasound. Wouldn't it be funny if that's why I was so tall? Like, what if they were raising super soldiers through ultrasound? And just an idea like that pops into my head, and then it's like, and I'm in a room full of comics, and so they're all adding on to this idea that could be really, really funny. And it's, that's kind of how things start. You just have this one random thing that's true, and then a million other untrue things that get added onto it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting.
When are you making your debut, Pam?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because that's exactly one of the reasons why I asked is because when I think of something funny and I'm like, ooh, this could go somewhere, I could write this down and it could be part of a skit if I ever get my tushy up there and do anything. But I'm always driving or in a place or situation that I cannot write it down and always forget.
Yep.
Always forget.
When you have those thoughts, just think of a couple of keywords and just repeat them to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll bring that memory back.
Good note or advice. My brain goes in 1,000 different directions at any given moment. So
Pam's
but I
gonna
will
look at
try.
her phone. What is pirate ice capades?
Yeah, what's that all about?
That's the other thing too. I'll write things down and be like, "What is that? What
yeah.
is that? What was that supposed to mean? What is that supposed? Why did I write that? It's important, obviously. I wrote it down, but
Yeah, I wake up in the middle of the night, and I used to keep a notebook by my bed and write things down. But one night I wrote down Barry Gibb, I started a joke just in the middle of the night. I have no idea what that was all about or why. And I thought to myself, this is not helpful. This is not going to get me anywhere.
it's not conducive
Barry
to.
Gibb, I started a joke.
On the Sun Cruiser's website, they have classic iced tea, lemonade iced tea,
Yeah.
peach flavor, which I assume is also iced tea, and raspberry. So yeah, they've been pretty iced tea focused, and now this is their lemonade. Oh, now they have a full lemonade. Yeah, were you just
Yep.
saying that earlier?
I did, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, they have a Sun Cruiser Lemonade Vodka variety pack.
In their variety pack, they have pink lemonade
Yeah,
and lemonade.
yeah. I bet the pink lemonade is slightly sweeter.
Tartar or sweeter?
Sweeter.
I don't know. What is the difference? Why is there pink
I don't know why
lemonade and
pink
regular
lemonade is
lemonade?
pink. Well, they also have a strawberry lemonade, which is essentially pink also. So I'm not sure.
But it's funny because Alex likes to get lemonade when we're out. And
He can't have this, Pam.
no, I know. Not this
No,
kind of
Sarah was
lemonade.
talking about her drink specifically. She's kind of in love right now.
It's almost
She's not
gone.
sharing.
It's so good, and I haven't had breakfast.
But he kind of curls his lip when they say, "Is pink lemonade okay?" He's like, I guess.
Whatever.
I kind of prefer pink lemonade. You're right. It is a little bit more tart.
Yeah,
It has that.
pucker factor.
Yeah. Pucker.
Locally owned and locally focused, Lydia Media celebrates the heart of the greater Lewiston Auburn area through 2 magazines, Uncle Andy's Digest and LA Metro Magazine, and the new Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast. Each production shines a positive light on local businesses, nonprofits, events, and individuals making a difference in our community. Keep your advertising dollars local and position your business in front of your target audience with Lydia Media. Learn more at LydiaMediaLLC.com.
So childhood toys.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite?
Yep.
What was it?
Mine was, do you remember, you remember Barbie, but you probably don't remember Western Barbie.
Oh, yeah,
Do you?
I think I had, or
She
my
was
friend
like,
had all of the Barbies.
she was like Dolly Parton Barbie.
Yeah.
Her outfit was like a pantsuit, a white pantsuit with black fringe on it, and she had a cowboy hat.
I'm thinking denim suit with white fringe.
Okay, mine was white with black.
Okay.
But she had a button in, and when you pushed the button in her back, she winked one of her eyes. She winked. She was not my favorite toy. The thing that was my favorite toy was her horse Dallas that went with her. She had a horse with a saddle.
I think the Sun Cruiser got on top of it.
Came with a salad. She had a horse with a saddle, and you could bend her knees and make her ride the horse, and that was my favorite thing.
Pam's drinking out of an empty glass. Oh, you still have some?
Still there.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah. What was your favorite toy, Pam?
I had a couple. One I can think of was this stuffed animal. It was like a pink pooch like dog. I don't remember exactly what the name of it was, but that thing got all ratted up. It was one of those stuffies that you took everywhere.
Yep,
with you.
I had one of those too.
But I also really, really loved my strawberry shortcake big wheel.
Oh, that's badass.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and you could adjust the seat.
Oh,
the
man.
back of the seat,
That was
right? Where it's
high-tech.
closer or further back. Well, I stopped liking my big wheel when my mom picked me up from daycare or after school care. I don't remember how old I was. I was pretty young, like probably kindergarten, in there somewhere. And I got mad at her for some reason. I don't remember why. And we get home. She pulls in the driveway. I'm still mad at her, and I'm just sulking in the car while she goes inside. So I get the bright idea that I'm going to get out of the car, go get my big wheel, and just take it down the road.
Damn.
Well, we live up on a hill that goes directly to a very busy street.
Uh-oh.
And I just start barreling down this hill. And then in my little 5-6-year-old voice, oh,
I made a crucial error here.
and I Fred Flintstone that big wheel with no shoes.
Oh, ouch.
Yep. And luckily, the neighbor that was at the end of the street, the very last house, was outside and saw me coming down and stopped me before I went into. And I was so embarrassed, but obviously it hurt. Like my heels were hamburger.
I bet.
And
Oh,
he's like, "Do you want me?" I didn't know this neighbor, had never met them. So I'm walking up the hill crying on my tiptoes. And he's like, "Do you want me to pick you up?" And I'm like, "No."
I'm independent.
Finally, I think he just picked me up. He was like, "I gotta
can't let you walk like that.
Yep,
Poor little
that
thing.
was
I can't let this 5-year-old girl bleed all over my lawn. I just mowed.
Oh.
yeah. So that was my favorite. I loved my strawberry shortcake big wheel, but
Big wheels were so awesome.
They were cool. We used to ride them around our basement in the wintertime
yeah,
on the concrete.
Yeah, that was.
I was so
instant-
poor. I didn't have a basement. I had a dirt.
It was a dirt
basement.
floor.
Instant street cred.
Yes.
Yeah, with a big wheel, and what you did.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now they have these big flags on them.
Yep.
Remember when they started putting the big tall flags on them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so you could see him. What was your favorite
Yes.
toy, Mark?
I had a stuffed bear named Brownie that I used to take everywhere and hang out with me and yeah, take to bed. But that sounded weird.
Brownie to bed with you.
And outside of that, my favorite toy was my baseball glove, which I went to a Catholic school for 8 years, and it was no fun. But the only fun we had was at recess when I could throw a tennis ball against the building and catch it with my baseball glove. And I had a bunch of friends, and we used to do that. So that was the most fun we had in Catholic school.
Good times.
Yeah, good times.
Good times with our
Yeah.
Sun Cruiser Lemonade.
Yep, brought us back. Thanks, Sun Cruiser. See, we visited some of our childhood memories, including lemonade,
Yeah.
with a touch of vodka. You can pick up Sun Cruiser lemonades and iced teas at Roopers Beverage and Redemption. They have 5 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. And, of course, you can find them online at roopersbeverage.com. Thank you so much for listening. Mark will do the right outro when I'm done.
No, I won't. This is
And-
good. You nailed it.
This has been a blast. Have a super duper day. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks to our sponsors, Roopers Beverage and Redemption and United Piping. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com. Have yourselves a memorable holiday weekend, and we'll be back on Tuesday.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat. And I will say I have bitten my cat.